Chapter 4 is probably single-handedly the most important, the most difficult, the most interesting and captivating chapter of this entire course, and really of chess. And chapter 4 is called Making a Plan. Now, making a plan in chess is a very general statement, okay? Because what's the plan? Is it like, how general are we going? What's the plan? The plan is to win, right? Like that's okay. Well, what's the plan to win in this position, right? And then you keep going more and more. And in reality, a lot of the elements of this course will shape how you can even make a plan in chess. So we'll have a chapter on evaluating positions. So like you'll have to make a plan in the position that you're playing depending on what the evaluation of the position is. Can't always try to win. You might have to play defense. Can't attack. You can't like, okay, you study the chapter on attacking. Can't attack if you're defending. You can sometimes, but you get what I'm saying, right? So making a plan in chess is best summarized as, and again, in chess, you're not just dropped into positions like you will be in this chapter. In chess, you've sort of taken it from start to finish. So making a plan is something like you start a game and you have some opening knowledge, YouTube videos, one of my courses, somebody else's course, whatever. You get to a position, you no longer have any recollection of what your course says, you're out on your own. This is where you need to make plans. So plans in chess include your ideas in a position, discarding bad ideas, looking ahead, calculating your ideas based on what your opponent will respond to those ideas, coming back and going, that's a bad idea, but I like this idea, and ultimately implementing that idea with various criteria to go along with that. That is what making a plan is. That a plan could be improving the position of your knight. That's a more strategic plan, long-term plan. Another plan could be, opening up your opponent's king with a sacrifice and creating a checkmating attack. Creating an attack in chess is a plan, but it's a more forcing and more tactical plan than your opponent. And what I just described to you might sound nuts. Like, how do you do that? How do you, every move, evaluate 3 or 4 different ideas, discard the bad ones, analyze your opponent's resources? You're right. It is really hard. You might not be capable, if you play a 10-minute game per player, you might not be capable of of seeing 95% of the intricacies of a game of chess. I might be, but I've played chess for 20 years. Some of you watching this might not have even been alive that long, and if you have, you definitely haven't been playing chess for even 2 years, 3 years, right? So chess is hard. It is a long journey. You right now might only be capable of going, this is my idea, I'm going to play it, and you don't even realize what's bad about it until your opponent makes a response, right? So what kind of a plan did you make? You made a bad plan. You should have seen your opponent's response before you actually ended up playing it. And the better you get at this, the better you become at chess. And also, when you play a longer game, 30-minute, 90-minute, at tournaments or something like that, that's where these kind of things can be on full display. So throughout this chapter, I will be taking you into positions and showing you like the checklist, if you will. You'll learn about what the checklist is and how it should, again, one of these things that I've said throughout this course, how it should passively run in your head. You're going to learn that when your opponent makes a move, you need to immediately already start thinking about, well, why did they play that move? What is the idea of that move? Then you're going to go through the checks, captures, and attacks. You're going to automatically scan all the forcing moves in a position. How do I attack my opponent's king? Can I? Is it good? Yes, no, done. Can I capture anything? Yes, no, just scan those moves so you never miss the most forcing moves in the position. The moves that demand a response by the opponent, and you can very quickly evaluate whether they are good to play right now or not. And once we get past that, it's going to be, okay, well, I don't have anything forcing that gets me any benefit, and I kind of know what my opponent wants, so now what? Let me look around. Let me maximize my position for the future. That is what making a plan is. The best players in the world, the better you get at it, the faster that process runs. Just like a computer processor. Boom. Just like anything, right? Like anything that's quick and experienced and has been around a long time and perfected and crafted, it's like pew pew. It's like instant. You don't even need to think twice. And so a lot of it is pattern recognition too. You're going to very quickly be able to realize, like, if you play 10,000 chess games, and hopefully have analyzed like some of them, in some positions, you've seen a similar situation, similar piece placement. And you don't need to waste any time evaluating if a plan is good if you know that in the exact same or very, very, very similar type of position, an idea doesn't work. That might sound insane to you, right? Like, what? I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. How am I going to remember? That's what happens. Like good players, as you get better and better, you go, oh, I've had this before. Like, I've seen this similar setup of pieces, and I know for a fact here, this kind of a concept, this kind of a game plan won't work because of reason X, Y, Z. And at the end of the day, what you'll learn and what you'll see throughout this chapter is that a lot of making a plan in chess and evaluation, it's grounded in concrete things. Concrete reasons why your opponent can do something to refute your plan. And what you're going to try to learn and avoid moving forward once you're done with this chapter and this course is being shown why your plan was bad after you've played the move. I hope that makes sense. Right now, many of you are in a situation where you play a move with an idea, your opponent plays a response, and you go, damn, didn't see that. We are going to try to break that. That is not a bad habit. Bad habit, as we have in chapter 2. That's not a bad habit. That's just chess. Chess is hard. And we are going to try to get you ahead of the curve in making a plan, acknowledging your opponent's plans, coming up with ideas, refuting ideas, implementing ideas, and making that process sharper, more efficient, but also more thorough and more accurate. And that's what making a plan is all about. And this is why chapter 4 is so important.